more than just fun. It's more than just having a good time. Like if I can give somebody an opportunity to have a moment with God, even if it's for a second, you know, that's the ultimate purpose of being out here. Everybody was just really warm and everyone was excited to take a photo and I love
conversations there.
Absolutely. There were some people there who were like, dude, I haven't listened to you for like 10 years. And so it's just crazy that people have been with me for that long. 10 years, but in those 10 years, they still come to a concert after all 10 years. It's crazy. It's wild. I'm very blessed. There's a lot of really kind, like sweet letters that, or emails that people send. Just talking about like, you know, you're the reason why my little brother is, he's not in the streets, you know, because he's watching your videos.
Tell me about 12, like the creative process.
Yeah, 12 is kind of like it's almost like a compilation album where it has a lot of songs that I've written from years and years ago, combined with songs that are like new and almost like a departure from what I normally do. And the idea behind it was to do that, was to give the listener like new, and then kind of like go into, okay, I've heard this before, and then end with Gentlemen Don't. So that was the whole concept. And for the new stuff, we were thinking, okay, well, let's experiment with like some funk and some jazz and rock and almost like punk kind of stuff. I kind of wanted to do something new and push the boundaries a little bit, but at the same time, make it so that there's something that a fan who's been listening for a long time can like cling to, you know, and that was Jacob's Blues, You're It, Gentlemen Don't. Yeah, it's so much fun to play with a crowd, and I'm very blessed that they know they know the words and things like that. It makes it so much easier to like connect.
Has it always been music for you? Like when you were little, they passed your guitar and you just went for it?
I actually started dancing. Like dancing was what I started. My parents and my aunts and uncles, and they thought that I was gonna be a dancer when I grew up, because that was like when Michael Jackson was huge, and I would just be like dancing all the time, to the point where I'd be like, my back would be sweating, and so my parents would tuck a towel in my back and that wouldn't stop me from dancing. Like I would keep going. And it wasn't until probably about high school, I must have been maybe 13 or 14, my mom, I was going to a brand new high school. She was like, you should join choir. It'll give you an opportunity to make friends, and you know, you like to sing. I was like, I don't want to join choir. And sure enough, I started singing. And it was kind of the same thing with playing guitar. I was supposed to submit this elective document, never turned it in. Just a bum, just a lazy kid. Dude, they called me into the office and they were like, I hope you know that you didn't turn this in, so we're gonna stuff you in whatever class is available. And sure enough, it was guitar. They put me in guitar.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So now you owe it to this.
I do. I owe it to being lazy.
Yeah. So your son's due soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maverick Asher. He's due, if all goes according to plan, May 12th.
May 12th.
Yeah.
That's exciting. You gonna push him to do music?
I'm not gonna push it, but I'm certainly gonna introduce it.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing with Savannah too, is just, we're not gonna like force her to hold a guitar or ukulele, but I'm gonna play it around her as much as possible. And you know what's cool is we'll be watching like Hillsong, the recent movie that came out, we watch it. And because we're in church a lot together, as soon as she hears like Oceans or those songs, at 19 months she's like this, like she puts her hands up, she's like worshiping already. This is so cool. And we're just gonna introduce her to everything, you know, and same with Maverick. We're gonna introduce him to as much as we can.
That's good. What did your parents say when you had your first?
Oh man, my dad, he had tears in his eyes. And he's one of those dads where it's like very soft-spoken, always there for his family, but doesn't say a ton. And he was like ecstatic. He was like getting choked up, and it was and mom was the same. And
it's
it
like
was
your first time seeing him like that?
Yeah, and same with Maverick, same thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because Savannah came in with a shirt that said Big Sister. And they didn't notice the whole day. They were hanging out with her all day. And then I was like, do you like her shirt?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, Big Sister. And they like flipped out. And it was so good. So good.
Thank you so much for listening.
Oh, please. It's my pleasure, bro.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
We've been hanging all day, man. We're practically family.
I know, yeah.
I'm just a simple man, simple plans. Go to work, take care of my fam, I'm sure you understand. Because you're heaven sent, independent.